I hope you're all having a beautiful Thursday, and today we got bench. We haven't done a voiceover in a while, so I thought I'd give it a shot. For Wuthering Waves, I'm trying to get a golden copy of each of the primary weapon archetypes. So I already have the yellow sword, I have the catalyst, the gun, and right now I just need the gauntlets and the great sword, which is what we're pulling for. And if you guys want to follow along for today's workout for bench, it'll be right here. Yesterday, around the beginning of the vlog, I announced that I would be stretching for my bench and for my deadlifts. I'm trying to become strong and flexible for the longevity of the sport for powerlifting, so here you go. These two are my favorite stretches for bench when I used to stretch for bench. I gotta make sure to bring that band with me at all times. For today's bench sesh, strangely enough, it was actually the best bench sesh that I've had in a long time. Just later on warning for the future of the video, the accessories that I posted for the notes is going to be slightly different than what I show. Just because once again we are at the home gym and we have limited equipment. I do wish I had a dedicated lat pull down machine and a dedicated cable row machine. And as you guys can see on the rack that I do have cables, but they are not sufficient for those workouts. Trust me. But we'll replicate it as much as I can. So for the lat pull downs, instead of those, we're going to do pull-ups again. If you guys have watched me for a long time, we actually used to do pull-ups instead of lat pull-downs, but we switched it for the block. And then for the row, for the cable row, we're going to switch it over to dumbbell rows. Once again, for all my loyal folks that have been watching me for a long time, I used to spam the heck out of these. For the video for this bench, this is our second ascending set. I believe for the first one, we did 3 reps for 175 pounds. And then I added on a 5, and this is a 185 pounds. And then for the final ascending set, we got 190 on the bar. These 2 count pauses were feeling buttery smooth and the arch is feeling 10 times better. I think it is true. I think I do need a stretch before every bench sesh. Although I've been doing this for a very long time, I still have a lot to learn. Everyone keeps telling me to stretch and get more sleep, and I have been listening to half of that. Stretching is becoming more and more apparent, but I do need to work on my sleep still. And then for the first set of accessories, we have the pull-ups. We're going for an AMRAP, as many reps as possible. I try to aim for in between the 10 to 20 rep range. But lately, I must say that it has been more and more difficult just because of the bulk. We're still a ways out from my next competition, from my next powerlifting meet. I told my coach that I was aiming for around August to September-ish. And until then, I'm going to try to gain as much weight as possible, reasonably, of course. I don't want to be too gluttonous and eat whatever I want, but everything within reason. My optimal weight when I powerlift is around 165 pounds or 74 kilograms. And then the highest that I've ever been as so far last block was 175 pounds, or 176 actually. Right now this morning I weighed at around 171. This was also as soon as I woken up, so I had not had any water in me. Your true body weight will always be as soon as you wake up, when you have nothing in your body. A lot of folks tend to weigh themselves after drinking like a gallon of water or after a meal, but no. I am just worried about the cut, man. I am not ready for the cut. Around the last week or so until the meet, I am so sad. I am so depressed. I just want to eat. Some federations actually do their weigh-ins a day before their actual competition. But for Powerlifting America, the federation that I compete in, the weigh-ins and the lifts are on the same day. For my first ever powerlifting meet was USPA, and it was so amazing just because the weigh-ins was a day before the lifts. I think for my first meet, I had like Korean barbecue right after the weigh-ins just so I can regain the weight back. But yeah, if you guys are looking into competing, please look into your federation and the rules and regulations. For the ones that I have competed in, USPA does the weigh-ins a day before, USAPL does the same day, and Powerlifting America also does the same day. Just today, I did a poll whether or not I should move up a weight class to the 83 kgs, but we shall see. A lot of the votes are tailoring to that motive. It'll be interesting seeing me that big, that bulky. I don't know if my heart can take it. I'm already having trouble breathing with all this cardio or high repetitions. But at the end of the day, it would be really cool to see me at a good 83 kilograms. Of course, obviously with the rules and regulations, the more you weigh, the stronger you are. And who knows, maybe at the 83s, maybe I can bench 315 pounds. Back to the video though, as you guys can see, I did do the dumbbell rows, and for the last one, universally, it's just bicep curls. With this variation, I wanted to do them standing. I didn't want to get too accustomed to the seated version. The seated versions do go hard though, but for the standing, I just wanted to give it a shot, like old times. Crazy enough, I did have a mic'd up sesh today for the vlog, as you guys can see. But I don't know, man. I guess I just wasn't feeling it for today. I woke up kind of sluggish and I still have my congested nose. And also later on, I do have to go back to Delano to see Fiona because it is Dad's birthday. So tomorrow for SPDs, I will be back at Immortals Gymnasium. Or maybe Convoy. Maybe I'll do a quick workout there before I go. And then it'll be probably 0 hours of sleep and 2 workouts back to back. I probably should get some shut-eye though. But then again, I don't know if you guys have driven through Los Angeles traffic, but it is the worst. There was one time where I drove through LA traffic in the daytime and it was around 40 minutes long. Now I've learned my lesson and I only drive to Fiona at nighttime. I can go in a hurry with no traffic, not too many cars, and one time I actually made it earlier on time. But yeah, that's me. That's a long distance relationship for you. But at the end of the day, we make it work, and currently she is my #1 supporter. But yeah, guys, I just want to say a huge thank you guys so much for making it to the end of this video. Next time I'll see you, it won't be at the home gym, it'll be at another gym. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for Friday for SPDs.